Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
Oh, good morning. Time to get the work done. Oh, and you could see Cappy just what? You thought I was ugly before. It's like, Jesus. Girlfriend runs out of the bed. Who are you? It's me. I just woke up. Oh, Jesus, you're hideous. Oh, coffee. Let's get some blessed coffee. Oh, it's gone. I'll go get some more coffee. Hey, Aaron, ever since the yield curve inverted for the second time this year, I've started wondering if the market is going to course correct or have another recession. Let's stop here. The truly ignorant people within the United States, this is very common, and by truly ignorant, I mean 80% of the population. Oh, Aaron, you're such an arrogant, cocky son. No, I'm right. I'm always right. And I'll always be right because I'll admit when I'm wrong. The stock market is not the economy. Okay? The only thing that matters is goods and services we produce. This cup of coffee, this amazing and awesome book that everyone should read, available in French now, by the way. The computer, that microphone, that's the only thing that matters, is things and services that are produced, because it directly increases our standards of living. What the prices we attach to stocks and bonds and the companies that make the things and the goods and the stuff, today especially, has no bearing on the economy. What is really driving the stock market today, as well as other asset prices, housing, other investments like education, and that's a big stretch by today's standards, is how much money we print off and how much money we lend out. It is no longer what would be called a fundamental analysis. What fundamentally is the value of a stock? What is the true value of rental property? What is the true value of a degree in electrical engineering? That is no longer driven by the value, the future value those things would generate, the future profits, the future rental income, the future added income of having a degree. That is no longer determined by that. In the olden days, and by olden days I mean pre-Great Recession even, there were advanced and not so advanced, very logical, very simple mathematical formulae that we use to calculate stock prices, the value of an asset, the value of a company, the value of a division, the value of rental property, the value of a real estate investment portfolio, the value of a degree. But it was looking at what are those things generating. Now, the lion's share of movement in stock prices, movement in asset prices, movement in investment prices, movement in asset prices is driven by how much fucking money we print off and how much money do we lend out. Basically the supply of money. They are decoupled, they are delinked, they are no longer, there's no tethering, no anchoring anymore between prices and the productive capacity of the economy. All right? So just because the stock market goes, yeah, the economy is good, look at the stock market. And I want to punch those people because they do not deserve to live. Aaron, doesn't no. If we got rid, that would be a real good cutoff. If you could explain to me why the stock market is not the economy and prices sometimes untether themselves from the underlying fundamentals of the economy, you are allowed to stay in Cappy land. If you can't, we deport you to wherever, we don't care, or we make you swim in the ocean. Swim to Japan if you can make it good for you. Do not stop at Hawaii. Do not stop at Hawaii. Do not collect $200. All right? Let's debunk that misunderstanding you have. What I have found in the data leaves me guessing. The Fed is clearing their balance sheet. Schwab announcing they are turning into a bearish phase. Oh, you mean those finance companies that knew everything? They remember when the stock, two instances, a little bit of finance history. At the peak of the dot-com bubble, which may predate your time, 98% of the investment professionals at Schwab and all these other companies went out of business, who also didn't predict the housing bubble. in the bubble before that, dot-com bubble, 98% were strong buy or buy recommendations. I'm the investment professionals. Right? They got caught with their pants down. And then, guess what? The big-time investments banks, if you didn't notice, because they all needed bailouts, and some of them even went bankrupt. Guess what they thought in, mid to late 2007 about housing and the economy? Everything just swelled hunky-dory. If only there was a great economist who wrote a book predicting that the housing crisis would happen. Behind the housing crash. I don't care what Schwab thinks. I don't care what, Mr. 102 IQ with his degree in business thinks. I don't care. I don't care about what some guy who's like sucking dick down at Battery Park thinks, because they don't think. And they got their time. Quite literally, a drug-dealing street thug, I'm not joking, has more business and economic sense, drastically more, than your average Wall Street investment professional. Absolutely. Absolutely. Dude, great movie, American Gangster. You want to watch a great movie on economics, watch American Gangster. That's a great, and it's based in truth. And now as they turn into a bearish phase, and now the Fed lowering interest rates, even though the market is breaking records, do you think another recession is coming? Yes, another recession is coming. If so, what do you think will kick it off? Well, now I'm going to show you why I'm the world's greatest economist. I want you to pay very close attention. I will give my secret away. You too can be the world's greatest economist. You just have to do this one thing. You admit, I don't know. I don't know. Economics is not a science. It is not a science. It's not even an art. Economics is a subsegment of philosophy that is very simple, and that is, if you don't work, you don't eat. That's it. That's all economics is. Work harder, work smarter. You can say, work harder, work smarter, stop printing off money. That's it. That's all economics is. And anyone who has their doctorate in economics or makes it more advanced and complicated than that, they're a bunch of fucking masturbating jerk-offs. Like, oh, I'm so intelligent. Oh, did you hear about producer surplus? We have negative externalities. Well, you really don't understand velocity. Shut the fuck up, you goddamn frauds. I am the world's greatest economist because I simply admit I don't know what's going to happen. I could guarantee you, yes, a recession is coming. When it's going to happen, fuck if I know. What's going to kick it off? Fuck if I know. There's always enough fuel being built up in economies of inefficiency, and it does take some kind of spark to ignite that, and a bubble will burst, or an economy will fail, or there'll be some kind of slowdown. I don't know what's going to cause it. I mean, I knew a housing bubble was going to happen. I knew that was coming, but I couldn't predict when it would burst. And hell, it wasn't. Even when those subprime mortgages, those ABS securities were starting to not pay, that still didn't stop people from investing. I mean, my God, people are dumb. They're really fucking stupid. And Alan Greenspan said the market can remain irrational longer than you can remain solvent. There's a great quote by a former former Fed chair. If so, what do I think will kick it off? I don't know. Really don't. Or am I just seeing all the negatives and not the positives? I think, well, keep in mind the news wants to focus on everything that's negative. That's why you hear nothing except Ocasio-Cortez and the Quanta parasite, incestuous gal who married her brother. In my neck of the woods, but not for long. I think you're not seeing all the I mean, and keep in mind, dude, I haven't paid attention to I don't pay attention to politics anymore. I tried warning people multiple times about the Asian currency crisis, the dot-com bubble, and the housing bubble, and all I did was get this close to getting fired for not lining up and sucking the dick of the narrative. And the narrative would come in and he'd present us its dick, and it'd be this massive dick, and all the bankers, I mean, like pigs at a trough, all the bankers would try and suck and maybe get their tongue on the dick of the narrative to lick it and suck it. And like, Aaron, you must suck the dick of the narrative. I'm like, fuck you. You're not a team player. I'm a baby boomer with gray hair. I know more than you. And that's why all baby boomers deserve to die alone in nursing homes. Where were we? I'm just so angry at this question. Yeah, I haven't, that's what I was saying, is I haven't really paid attention to economics, because no one listens. That's the whole point, no one listens. So what tangential information I've gleaned paying somewhat of attention, I know the housing market is a little bubbly right now. And like all housing markets and real estate markets, it's very location dependent. Vegas, there was a report came out by Calculated Risk. You want something that's more on it than I am, go to calculatedrisks.blogspot.com. And there weren't a lot of buys. Inventory's a little tight. And I say the housing market is a little bubbly, but that's compared to like the last insane bubble, because the Feds have come cracking down. And but memories are short. Now banks are starting to lend stupidly again, but nowhere near the volume or the stupidity. Also on the supply side, there are a lot of rules now in place with developers. It's like, no, you're not building a development of 160 houses in one shot. You'll build 10, and when they sell, then the bank will advance your line and for another 10 houses, and when those sell, then you get the money for another 10. So they do it much more piecemeal. Full disclosure, I started buying S&P bear stocks as I think the market will drop soon. Well, good for you. Maybe mid-2020 is my guess. You can't predict when, dude. Knock that shit off. Knock that shit off. You don't know. Is that your get? I love the prediction articles that are sensationalist headlines. Bob Bobson predicts Bitcoin up to $2 million. Frank Frankenson says, hey, S&P 500 to break 30,000 next year. Crash coming. Oh my God, buy gold now. I don't know and you don't know, and I got news for you. The most advanced motherfucker with the most advanced econometrics and financial, who has the most data, more research, more informed than I am, he or she don't know. They don't know. Nobody know. But Clary know he don't know. Like Bo knows, I'm the opposite. Clary don't know. That right there makes me the world's greatest economist. The Fed admitted they would be finished clearing their balance sheet by then. If you thought, oh, that only took 13 years. If you think this is a good video topic, please feel free to make one, but an email response work. No, I think this is a good video topic. Thanks, Dennis. Because it's good to have these conversations about economics. So, because we always got new, younger people coming in like, who the fuck is this asshole? And so this is an important lesson to learn about finance and economics. You do not know what is going to happen in the future. That's what finance and economics tries to do, is predict the future. And you can't. And I don't care how advanced and analytical your stuff is, just stop it. Just stop it. There was an article how Deutsche Bank laid off 18,000 people, I think it was, and there aren't jobs anymore. Because again, my criticism of millennials aside, a lot of this stuff is being automated. A lot of people are realizing that these dude bros with the finance degree and business, they can't even beat the S&P 500. I mean, there's so few Warren Buffetts and Berkshire Hathaways that actually are true investors that have some kind of knack for it. And so few of the professionals can't beat the index. Like, screw it. Like Betterment, that's where I use them. Betterment is a place that's a robo-advisor where they just, hey, we're not even going to try and beat the index. We're just going to throw money into the index. It's dirt cheap. That's what I'd recommend. You don't have to use Betterment. There's others. Wealthfront. There's what's the one? Noah's Ark. Robin Hood. Noah's Ark. Another mythical character. Two mythical characters. Robin Hood and Noah's Ark. That would make a great Marvel superhero. Noah and Robin Hood. Dude, the flood is coming. Not with these arrows. They're not. Maybe not. Well, it'll be better than the, hey, let's make James Bond a gay quadriplegic sexual. All right, so there's your lesson on economics and finance. I don't know. You don't know. Nobody knows. Yes, there is a recession coming, and there'll be a recession after that and a recession after that because people are stupid. What's going to trigger it? I don't know, and you don't know. Nobody knows, so stop asking. In the meantime, spend less than you make, major in the right thing, join the military, and have a diversified portfolio. And if you really want some financial stuff, here, I'll give you, where is it? Where'd it go? Or did it go? Well, that's not it. It's back there. Go look up Poor Richard's Retirement. Read that book. That'll tell you all you need to know about retirement. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.